Why, good morning, Mac, and anyone watching episode 309 of GRAMidei. Me, News Stories for Mac. So here's another gem from the library. It's called Travel Guide for Monsters. I hope it should be too scary. This is written by Lori Digman and illustrated by Dave Salazay. So here we go. Let's see if we can read it. Oh, it looks like a scrapbook filled with monsters. It says, when traveling with monsters on a trip across the nation, this guide will give you some tips to have a marvelous vacation. I'm going to have to turn it here so you can see it. While riding on a cable car, your monster should be cautious. The ups and downs of Frisco Hills can make a monster nauseous. Ugh. You can see it right there. It's not feeling so good. That's in California. Let's see. It says, if strolling down the boulevard, you see some famous stars, it's fine to ask for autographs, but don't pick up their cars. Look at, here's a monster in Hollywood trying to pick up the car. No, no, no. Just get a signature. Now this one's in Arizona. It says, your monster may not understand the canyon they call grand. It's not a hole to play in, and it can't be filled with sand. Look at, he doesn't know. Silly guy. This says, you're likely to get thirsty when you hike up in the mountains. Make sure to warn your monster that those geysers are not fountains. Our nation's parks are beautiful with wide, expansive spaces. You'd better take a head count. There should only be 4 faces. So here's, this one's at Yosemite. Don't drink from the geyser. It's too hot. And over here's in South Dakota, there's 4 faces and then there's the monster. Right? South Dakota and Wyoming. And this says, when you're in the Windy City, you can catch a baseball game and try to find the kiss cam for your 15 seconds fame. That's in Illinois at Wrigley Field in Chicago. We were there. It says, this one's in Tennessee. Your monster may feel sleepy after eating home-cooked victuals. He'll get a second wind if he can hear some country fiddles. So here is at Wrigley, watching a baseball game, and here is in Nashville. This one now says it's in, let me look, oh, Florida. It says amusement parks are lots of fun. Play games or take a ride, but have your monster measured to be sure he fits inside. Which is funny because here's a monster in the teacup, way too big, and here's a little kid who says, you must be this tall. Down south among the Everglades, your monster should wear waders when playing Marco Polo with the crocodiles and gators. And that's in Florida too. And here's in Massachusetts. You'll know you've reached the ocean when you can't drive farther east. Your monster needs to understand it's not his private beast. So here's the gators. And here is out in the harbor. This one is in Washington, D.C. In Washington, our capital, you'll see historic sites. And should you meet the president, assure her he won't bite. This one's hers, the president, and here's he, the monster. Now this one's in New York. It says, if you visit Lady Liberty and tour her mighty crown, your monster may get dizzy. So remind him, don't look down. It is pretty high up in there. This one is New York and Niagara Falls. It says, when checking out a waterfall, your monster must behave. Don't let him use a boogie board to ride it like a wave. Look, it's almost like a billboard. And this one says, your travels give you memories you'll treasure through the years, but how will you explain your monster's crazy souvenirs? Look, the Hollywood sign, Lincoln off the mountain. Looks like this is a lighthouse, a boat, a ferry car. A ferry car, a cable car, and a teacup. Yeah, that's a little hard to explain all those souvenirs. The end. And this shows the trip. So he started in San Francisco, and he went to Hollywood, then he went to the Grand Canyon, then Yellowstone, then Mount Rushmore, then Chicago, then Nashville, then Orlando, then the Everglades, then back up here to Cape Cod, and then Statue of Liberty, and Washington, D.C., and Niagara Falls. That's a great trip, actually. I love you, and I hope you have a most wonderful monster-free day.